going on, everybody? Today we are going to be doing some rig consolidation here. We've got a bunch of things split up and we are going to got these 12 GPU mining motherboards, and we're going to take these 5 Polaris cards off the Raptoreuem board up here, and we're going to be moving those down here to make an all AMD rig. This is what we're going to do. There's our 5700 XT from our last video, still mining away. Temperatures have came down. We're hovering right around 86 degrees Celsius on the core temp. I have noticed that if I turn my garage heat on, it'll shoot up to 90, 94, 95 I've seen it up to, depending on how warm I get it in here. I think right now we're sitting at around 65 degrees in the garage right now, and that's without the heat on. So this thing's keeping the garage out here pretty warm. Nice airflow and heat flowing off of them. And then we're going to take the Raptoreuem board and we're going to build an all NVIDIA rig. I've got a couple other NVIDIA GPUs that we're going to add to this, and we're going to pull our 3300X out of here. I figure for what this thing is mining right now, with the way Raptoreuem has went, that we're just eating up more power than we're doing anything. So the 3300X is coming out. We may put that in the office studio on the shelf and mine with it, maybe use it to play with, use it for testing. But as of right now, it's just not as profitable as it was 2 months ago. Same thing with pretty much mining any Raptoreuem at the moment. I do have my 3900X, my 5900X, and we've got the 5950X in the office. The 5950X is actually not even running right now. I do plan to go ahead and fire it back up this week. Maybe we'll try some Monero Ocean, use it for testing purposes. But I figure my test bench has the 3900X in it, and while it's running, I just let it run over all the time. Might as well be mining something with it. There is in the test bench, there is a 3060 Ti LHR that we're going to be adding to this rig. I've also got a 1080 6 gig card, or 1060, I'm sorry, 6 gigabyte card that we're going to add to this as well. For some reason, that card has not been liking mining on this 3300X. So hopefully, maybe when we put it on the Raptoreuem, it will stay stable. There's our 6600 XTs, nice and stable. They're mining with the on an i5. We got all 8 of them on there with PCIE splitters. We're going to leave this rig alone for right now until we start having issues out of it. I do have another one of these no-name brand World of Warcraft mining motherboards. If we start to have issues, we'll actually pull this i5 out of here and we will stick it in that mining motherboard and stick these on that. So I'm going to get started. We're going to shut this down. And we got a bunch of wiring to do and a bunch of moving around. So we're going to have to run 2 server GPUs on this, or power supplies. I haven't decided. I'm thinking 2 750 watts, or maybe one 1000 watt and one 750. But I definitely don't think I need 2 1000 watt server power supplies on this. Might be a little overkill, but it might be more efficient if we're pushing them to the limit. My thought is if I use 2 750s, we'll be pushing it right at that 1500 watts. which will bring more efficiency out of them, than to run two 1,000 watts and only be using, 1,200 watts of it is actually less efficient. So we will be back as soon as we start getting these all moved around. I hate to shut down my rigs. We got another surprise coming up for you. A benchmark that we have crossed, and we'll be doing a video on that, which I think is pretty cool. It's been a goal of mine since we started doing this, and that goal has been reached, and now it's on to the next goal. But we'll be back after this is all done. Maybe I'll be able to do like a Red Panda 1, 2, 3 and snap, and it's all done. He's good at it though, man. Bam. All right, guys, we'll be back. All right, guys, we have them all taken down. We have them all plugged in. Now what I did was I left the 6800, a 5700 XT, a 6600 XT, and this 580 right here. And the reason I kept this 580 up front is because we got to replace a fan in it. That way I don't have to pull it from the back, move the card out, all that stuff. I can just pull it right out of here because we got fans on the way for this. This one right here, bearings going out. So we'll be doing another video teardown of a fan replacement. I did, while these were all out, I did blow the heat sinks out, fins and everything, while I had them down. Probably gonna blow the 6800 out real quick too. But let's take a look around the back. Now what I did is I made sure that I put the majority of the cards in the back. That way it left me wide open to be able to get to everything from the front. And here's our two 488 gig Red Devils. These things right here are just beasts, man. They just run and run and run and run and run. In fact, I bought these in July, all the 480s and 580s in July. And I was doing the math last night. These paid for themselves already. They're paid for. So everything we mine on them from here is pure profit. So we finally got our first cards paid off. And to me, that's huge. But what we need to do now is fire it up and see if all these cards on this motherboard are gonna fly. I haven't had success yet, so hopefully it does, because we got a little bit of work into switching all this around. What I did decide to do is run two 750 power supplies. So we got our back cards on one, and we got our front cards on another. Also, the way I did the USBs for the risers is I put the back cards as these 5 and the front cards as those 4. That way they're just separated. And we will fire it up, get in our flight sheet, and get ready to do our overclocks. Unfortunately, that is no fun. That can take some time. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use standard settings just to get them up and running. And then we'll do our tweaking little at a time as we go along. Let me get in the software and let's find out what's gonna happen. All right, boys, we are back, and she is reading all 9 GPUs. One of the things I can say, guys, is I started using my iPad out here in the shop, and I'm actually starting to really like using an iPad in HiveOs to set my clocks and all that stuff and play around. I can kind of move around at will, and I don't have to be stuck over here at the workstation. So right now we don't have the flight sheet set. We have it unset because we got to go in here and change all the overclocks. Now, one of the great things about HiveOs that I absolutely love compared to Windows, mining in Windows, is you can go in here, tap over here, go to popular presets, select your coin, Ethereum. It brings up popular presets, and you know one of these is enough to at least get you going, get you mining. Okay, so we'll just choose that one, scroll up, click apply, go down to the next card, Popular presets, go to Ethereum, 6600 XT. Let's choose the, let's go right here. We'll choose this one. Like I said, you can always go back and tweak these, but this will be enough to get you able to set your flight sheet and get off and running. Oops. Choose Ethereum, 5700 XT. We'll just go with the 900 and 1400 on the core. Click apply, and just keep going down the line. That's all you have to do, guys. Like I said, these probably won't be the ultimate settings for your GPU, but it'll be close, and it'll be enough to get you moving. Click apply, going down to our 580, popular presets, select Ethereum, and we'll go with the 2100 and 1150. Click apply, on to the next one. Yeah, I'm actually finding that doing this with an iPad, I can actually do things a lot faster. And I don't know if it's because we're in a touch world these days. Let's select that one, click apply, off to the next one. Ethereum, 5700 XT, we'll go with the 880, click apply. And with these presets right here, we should be able to send our flight sheet and take off. Okay, this will give us a good baseline. Put our flight sheet here. Choose that one. Let's go back to our overview. You can see over here on our big screen. Here. And we are mining, boys. She is off and running. Named it the AMD farm instead of something else because I was testing with the other rig. Refresh here. Everything's starting to come up. There we have it. We have all 9 GPUs and our little Intel i5. Mining some Raptoreuem there in the background at the same time. Now, this i5 uses considerably less power than our 3300X. So, like I said, now we're going to take the RevTech. We're going to get it all cleaned up. And we are going to put it in place. This bad dude needs cleaned up. Bad. She's dirty. Definitely dirty. This fan on this thing may need to be replaced soon. When you start this thing up, it does make a fair amount of noise. I haven't seen these fans anywhere, but I'm sure these are like the old Intel Celeron fans on some of the old cheap motherboards. But we'll look for one and replace it. Looks fairly simple.
Yeah, and it might just be really dirty too. I might try to take it apart and service it, do some oiling on it. But there you have it, boys. We have consolidated all of our AMD cards. We now have all 9 of them. You only see 8 there because 0 counts as 1. And then what we'll do is we'll go in here and do some tweaking with our overclocks. We should be able to get these 480s and these 580s a little over 30. Sometimes I can get them to 31. Or 6600 XTs at 31. I can sometimes get those to 32. All of my other ones, all of the 8 other ones, those are mining at 32 and a half. In fact, let's go look just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's 32 and a half. Those are on our Giganto rig here. Yeah. So there's all 8 of those, right around 32 and a half. For some reason, this ASUS card, when I try to push it, it likes to crash. So silicon lottery, I mean, it is what it is. 31.26, I guess, is respectable. But having those presets in HiveOs is huge to me. And I don't care if I have to pay for the service that they provide. Well worth it. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. We have officially switched the rig over. Our next video, we're going to be taking and setting up all of our NVIDIA cards on the Raptoreuem board. We're actually going to be adding a couple cards to that too. So, but again, if you liked what you've seen here today, please hit that like and subscribe. If there's anything I can do to start making some better videos, please leave some comments down there. I'll absolutely give it a shot. I'd like to eventually get something set up here where you can see me actually switching and moving all the cards. I just don't want to bore everybody, because it looks like it could be boring, because there's tons of videos out there on how to wire. But if that's something you'd like to see, let me know. I'll set up with a camera and we'll make an hour-long video of me doing these NVIDIA cards. I have no problem with it. That way you can kind of see the headaches and stuff that happens in the background. There's a very non-glorious side to this, and there's a lot of work that you have to put in, and people don't always get to see that. So before you think mining is something really simple and easy, it's not. There's a lot of work that goes into it. So all these guys you see out there with these crazy amount of GPUs and these mining rigs, they're putting in work, buddy. I can tell you, somebody like Red Panda, putting in work. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's a lot of work. In fact, I always wonder how he's got enough time to do it, plus working a job. I mean, that's a lot of work that he's got on his hands. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. Sorry for getting long-winded. Hit that like button and please subscribe.